It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah! And there's so many plants! It's so pretty!
Sir Rahman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Let's dance! Step on up! Boba, get them! Hi. Surprise! Hi. Go, Barbara, go! Step on up! Out of the frying pan! Hi. La da 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 da. You want me on your team?
All right, let's go.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah! And there's so many plants! It's so pretty!
Sir Rahman,
Huh? Me?
do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Let's light it up! Get out of here!
Oh, let the show begin.
Eyes on me!
Cue the spotlight!
Let's light it up!
Go, Barbara!
here! Adventure time!
Let's dance.
Over here! Ha! Let's light it up! Yeah! Zip on up! Off we go! Let's light it up! Ha! Ha! Off we go! Surprise! Ha! Everybody stand! Be amazed! Power that ended high shot! Let's light it up!
Oh, hi. Huh. Huh.
Over here! You haven't won yet! Let's light it up!
Let the show begin.
Surprise! Not bad.
La, 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 la.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. I'm going in. Over here. Ha. Adventure time.
Let's dance.
Ha. Ha. Surprise!
It's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro...
Was that the former?
You might be distrustful of the Akasha. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god, King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
How could I ever begin to accept this? The truth...
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where
When would be a good time?
Tomorrow, and I'll...
You seem to finally understand that...
Yes. The god...
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome...
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice... Sino, we're leaving!
Stop yelling.
Rahman,
Everything's been arranged.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. But we share a common cause now.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick!
moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a...
You should have known that I would.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb.
I could do what?
Please,
Start talking.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I— They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them.
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, with the Doctor's help, and the next...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the—
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies if it's knowledge.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that— It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence. Some organisms demonstrate this.
Then what does Is she not a—
From the beginning, when the Academia, they found that at the time, not to mention, slowly but surely.
So,
All right, let's... Raman?
Sure.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think of...
Or I can go
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this...
What a whirlwind of a...
It seems like—
Still,
It's time to
Indeed.
So,
crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well,
The next time we get.
Yep.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please, before attending the meeting,
What do you need?
promise me that you won't commit to anything.
What do you think?
Okay.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
we already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit,
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
to be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck. With everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Over here!
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how...
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high risk.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species.
This guy.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, the Withering, Elazar, and the Sands.
But, at least, wait a second.
Ah.
But if that's the case...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanagi...
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia Forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base. Ah, they're here.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared.
Anyway, we're not going to use this. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Academia should also have their own copy. And according to the Traveler, I want you to record something. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Now, please.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political... Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and... Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
There is nothing new under the sun. Is that really true?
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought.
But it's still...
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Al-Hitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here. Don't...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me. There is no perfect plan, but this can... He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control to make the whole I'm okay with...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say...
I've always...
Now you're making...
Hey, is there something we can do to help? We can help fight some of the
Sino, we have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoil...
Well, but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do any... Since you and I...
Okay.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon, kid, aren't you even if that...
We discussed it.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry. The guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's gut, no matter how you look at it.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, if you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true. But the key to this question is, how well can... Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it...
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of...
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit in existing logic. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full... Our thoughts and logic have The Akasha lack... So...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever...
Paimon, so good.
Next time, pay it.
Will do.
Just remember to...
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here.
I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the...
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you...
There's no need for flattery.
Yeah.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the east...
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all dude. Get ready.
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
for the up.
Over here!
Look, over there. Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment.
Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head...
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat! Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not in...
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life...
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to...
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Chip on them! Over here! Surprise! Everybody stand back! Let the magic begin! To ashes!
Go, Barbara, go!
Chip on them! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
It's over.
Ah! We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Deshret will curse you!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan...
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah.
Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it...
I have a If we need help, get ready for the next...
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come, roll. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here.
But wait...
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the F2P Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon on the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tynari. If all hate them in science, so we'll find... The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. You should be...
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true.
How much more do you want? I was not sure we can afford it.
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much. Come on, give me a smile so that I'm looking. There are many kinds. Let's go.
Just what will we come across this time?
Over here! He's over there! Let's go say hi!
Traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something...
All right. This place is better. Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The doc...
He's that strange-looking F2P Harbinger with the mask! Paimon thinks he has...
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left
He left already?
Yeah. He can...
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after... For now?
Sino, you... I see. Okay.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the travel, you don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar
Hypatia? Why would he want...
And what do you mean by...
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place?
Indeed. Otherwise, I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. Let me ask.
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you've recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself...
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my...
Well,
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I will personally...
Hypatia, transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but it's not so much that he's looking down on others. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted...
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal luckily, there is still... It's just as the academy... And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
He asked a question. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of
I can barely believe...
I don't think I missed any details.
Sorry, we can't...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest... Recently,
Hasn't he already?
Yes, but my master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back. This has been a habit of his for many years.
I get it. Since you're...
I'd like to ask you to do that.
I can do that. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what... If the situation becomes critical...
All right, we've got...
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever this... On that note...
The Academia, I suppose...
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all of this. In which case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way.
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the He also, just to be safe, we'll do it the That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor... To the south of here is Port Orm...
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to...
Is tracking.
Shh! The port is...
Let's keep going and see what...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the Doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him. It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doc... This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only...
You mean, there's...
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me that...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's Dia...
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the F2P, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to...
Let's go!
Pardis Di is not a place you F2P can...
I believe we've...
But you've been...
Even the Grands, I've done my duty.
It would seem that you can keep trying...
With all due...
Well, you won't... I may be... It is still...
Then it seems...
No one will lay a...
Hang on! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These F2P have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Propagate! Surprise!
You need a cover. Unfortunate fault.
Scatter! I'll protect us. Over here!
Use this first.
Propagate!
show be...
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Kaiari, beat him up!
Eyes on me!
I will end you.
Propagate! Scatter!
This was well done. Let's end this quickly. You need to hurry up.
Propagate!
Some unfortunate fault.
Over here! Come on! We can do it!
Let's end this quickly.
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now! To ashes!
I'll protect us.
I will end you. So soon.
Oh no! Nirvana!
Let's end this careless.
Scatter!
Let the show begin.
Surprise!
Not bad.
No escape.
Propagate!
Let's end this quickly. Can't run from death.
Over here! Exterminate!
Power that isn't hostile!
Do you mean?
Let's dance. Hush.
Let's end this quickly.
Scatter!
I'll protect us.
Over here! Surprise! Propagate!
Let's end this quickly.
Spring forth! Scatter!
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler,
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in. Well, how is she? That's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Parties DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the Balladeer, right?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it, all I had recorded down before, indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, I'm connected to— This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. She peered into— All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my— How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at— The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he should— where is the storm? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Turn
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen eremites get struck by lightning before. They need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of F2P, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the F2P soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry? My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant.
Hey, didn't I tell—
Just in case, let's go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there. Thank goodness, she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fake.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking. First.
I understand. God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and left Sumeru in a hurry. Maybe the F2P want to cover up some secret of the balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So, what could be there?
Have you noticed? The balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
The skies have cleared? What a pity. seems Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI.
Who is behind?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the Doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the Doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message.
Everything also went to avoid alerting the...
I can't believe...
It's all thanks to Rom.
It appears to have been very effective. Well, is that everything?
Huh?
Well...
Shouldn't you end with some...
Personally...
I'll hate them,
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say so, you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that.
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker either.
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about...
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, but you also look like you're up to...
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join? You mean... you also...
Yes. Something very... Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears.
Ahem.
Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you... But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can...
Remember.
Okay, I'll get my...
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success...
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow!
Okay, so I guess that means it's...
Yep, good night! Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Alhaitham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him.
Hello, you two.
What about you all?
Naturally. It's crucial to...
The only thing you're doing...
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is many restricted...
You know...
That isn't something they... 500...
So...
Don't forget, the sages and all the Darshan... When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process... Well, yes, if precedence...
Everyone should be in position...
Let's go. Yes.
Chivalry will never die.
I can't wait any longer! got stomach cramps.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what for. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me!
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return—
Is that so? The sages search for you. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler?
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for—
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for—
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to—
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our—
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed.
Uh...
The Academia just at ne-
Hard to remain on dry land so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
The Academia march just at...
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia personnel...
Are we gonna take it then?
No, not right now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd...
Who knows?
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
You're... What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally...
Grand Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. You seem to know quite a bit about our If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the F2P want from me? Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work. Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hand. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. These are but child's play for the academia. Does that make us equal to the gods? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind...
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart...
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed not only...
I'll hate them?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about her ready for your perusal.
I'll hate them? So we finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Niagarbaha Day,
We'll be
with the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equal... In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable...
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your ploy was to sacrifice the
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%, 70%.
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outland, if I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work. Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person. I suppose this is also...
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations and the development of Sumeru's future. However, under the current...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru.
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to... What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confined...
What? Why do we want to get her locked up on purpose?
She's always been the... Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control and with their guard...
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only According to the That way, even if we break into the sanctuary of Suristhana, it will take time...
So our job
The confinement room, I'll work with Raman scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kus. However...
Oh, no wonder you Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal! Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed? Whoa, it's Mora! Ooh, Mora! No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure. Eh? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to be... So I've kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking so I can catch up to Greater Lord Ruk. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Sursta. The sages are creating an enforced...
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet now that they've to work on... Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not... How do... It's so quiet here.
Since you're the... You've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? You're right, though.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's when I think of...
You should have been
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! When you went to wake up Nick, you were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think... Yep, so...
Nilu, Are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
But if any...
Don't worry.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind. Here! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Positions. Yeah. Ah! Yeah. 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 Ah! Yeah. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. With all my strength. Yeah. 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 Ah! Yeah. Yeah.
Nilu!
Definitely.
It's okay. Just focus on...
You sure know how to...
Well, thank you both.
Ooh.
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu?
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped. It's really dangerous.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the Academia would...
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Positions. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. With all my strength. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait. Do you want some candy? We have more.
Vihar, thank you. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance.
You have a point.
Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. Come to think of it, when did all... Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, let's review what Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figure with the Doctor's technological support,
How despicable of them to rely.
But this is also our I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible.
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyargarbaha Day, if someone were to be seen, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so, the misleading information will be disseminated.
Sure sounds complicated. That's pretty clever. I just have one.
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. They will view everything the
Akasha will turn humans.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan's still...
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like that.
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my Here they come.
After laying low with a line that's like...
We still need...
all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30. But they have a complete following those blasts.
Indeed. The trap has been set. All we need...
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to attract their attention. Isak will be the...
You gave such an important task to that child. Will he be...
It'll be fine. Isak besides, even if he...
You've got a point.
Good luck.
This outfit...
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
Okay.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guard.
All right, it's...
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the... The guard looks alert. What should I do?
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you? Who are you? Did you set us up?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition after stepping in.
An ambush? How's that possible?
You've...
This is odd. The Academy... Where are the guards?
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you...
My apologies. Right now, all...
Arrest? I have an
arrest
Lesser Lord...
yes, I wouldn't... Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that...
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? Was it Alhaitham and his party? That's impossible. The Academia... What man disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guard?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so...
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surus. The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the traveler that Alhaitham sub... No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Could that have been a red herring? Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to Have you been to the sanctuary of...
Confirm. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but... Grand Sage, how can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't greater...
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refuse...
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. There must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eye. Huh? She really appeared again? What is the meaning of this?
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you and precisely because of this, you disregard. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Son, the Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still...
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with all...
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Suristhana. Under your own regulations, even Academia staff are forbidden to come here. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty?
No. I want you to plead. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Yeah, but... thinking about it, when Paimon
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid?
Now isn't the time to talk about the things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The core of 30 is, as long as it does.
That's probably because...
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Sino forced him to release, so hurry. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
They say this is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But during this time, I did some self-reflection.
Exactly!
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out. It's like But now this,
It's okay.
There's one more.
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay.
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit!
I understand now. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That we need to hurt. I need to make first things after that. After all, this might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparation. If we don't stop the God creation plan and...
Might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done... How's it going?
I'm done with the... Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh?
It's you may not need...
Wait! We're both all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon...
It's alright, Paimon. It's only a flying device. But you're the...
You're so good at... Nahida!
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control, you may... If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can rely on... I've located where the fault...
What is it? Wow.
The sages wanted to realize... Judging from... But this place doesn't look like it could have been the Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back.
Yeah! Or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I vote instead of being... So, we had previously come... One is the other...
Paimon knows that's why he won't...
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. The more we know now... alright.
Time to work.
Let's be
Work time. Get out of my
Come a little
way.
closer.
Eyes on me!
Come a little closer. Yeah.
Boba, get them!
Let's end this quickly.
Nice and spicy!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Out of the frying pan!
Let's end this quickly.
Race you!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Quickly.
Almost. You.
Boba, get them!
I guess this is it.
we can climb up these pipes. Race you! The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Let's begin. Let's end off. Stay right there.
You're in for a little shock.
Let's end this quickly.
Let's dance.
You're in for...
Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer.
Let's end this quickly. I guess this is it.
You'll get frostbite.
Get them! I'll protect us.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
It's time for a flash freeze. Chill to the bone.
You're in for a little shock.
Out of the frying pan.
Ow! Oh no!
Come a little closer.
Get them!
You're in for a little shock.
Power that ended Haishan!
Try not to enjoy this too much. Come.
Prepare yourself. No escape. Prepare yourself.
Let the show begin.
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Can't run from death.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks. Let's dance. Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Let the show begin.
Come a little closer.
Stay
right there. You're in for a little... Surrendering.
Eyes on me!
Nice and spicy. I'll protect us. I'm the frying pan.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little...
Nice and spicy. I'm the frying pan.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Let's dance.
This isn't good. What an annoyance.
Race you.
That seemed to work.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer.
Eat this.
You're in for a little trouble.
I'll protect us.
To ashes!
Let's spark things.
You can't run. I'm the frying pan.
Come a little closer.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Detoxifying heat. You can't run. You need to hurry up. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far. Roasted frog. You need to hurry up.
Let's dance.
You're in for a little shock.
Nice and spicy.
You're in for a little shock.
Help! Getting a little cold. Boba, get them. I'll protect it. Nice and spicy. One after another. I'm the frying pan. Into the fire. You're toast.
You're in for a little...
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare—
Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine—
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know—
Yes, I am. I feel not just nervous, but
curious?
Curious about her fate to me. And if it's however, so to me, that's also what— And now, I will
so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she—
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now, like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already— already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura. It really...
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer. How much effort from the purely...
You sure are something!
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved. Can you feel...
Nahida wouldn't...
Do you not realize?
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. Tevat's current... All those losses were me.
This is a... No wonder your own people have abandoned you. God of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The God of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me and Come! Let us reenact... Insignificant past! Feeble human!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
My endless cycle begins!
Let's dance!
Perish!
Ready, steady, go!
Feeble human!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a...
Insignificant past!
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy this too... You're in for a little shock.
At my command, you shall fall!
Power that ended Haishan!
Insignificant past!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Perish!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Feeble
You're in for a
human!
little shock.
Nice and spicy!
My endless cycle begins!
Let's dance!
Insignificant past!
Out of the frying pan, it's...
Feeble human!
Come a little closer.
At my command, you shall fall!
You're in for a little shock.
So far, nice spell. Let's dance.
Hey, come a little closer. You're in for a little
Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Reality is pain! This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Mother's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
I am the all-knowing God! Burn to oblivion!
Share my knowledge!
Kneel! Tremble!
I see everything! Everyone hold hands!
Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world!
Let's dance.
Grow! Hey!
Your new god awakens! You now? Your eyes have been opened. Kneel!
Come a little closer.
Nice and spicy! How far will it go?
Reality is pain!
Luma, get them!
Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Humans. Filthy humans. Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't... Forbidden? You're in for forbidden knowledge. What then? But I'm afraid... So... Yes, she didn't the way that ever... I'm just... Did she fight to resist the forbidden? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could keep. But now, we have a chance if we can cross the polluted consciousness until we found... And then... will each of us need, even with the no... Don't worry.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
You're in for a little shock. Hey, come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Nice and spicy.
You're in for a little shock.
Brace you.
Eyes on me!
Go, Barbara, go! Get the...
Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Nice and spicy. Hup. Boba, get them!
Surrendering the Come a little.
Nice and spicy.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Look! Four-leaf sigils have appeared in the sky! Nice and spicy. Here. Hup. Boba, get them. Let's dance.
I'm a bit rusty. Let's spark things.
Come on, we can do it.
You're in for a little shock.
To ashes.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little. You're in for a little shock.
Huh? Out of the frying pan. Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer. Surrendering will be gentle.
Boba, get them.
You're in for a little.
Eat this. Eyes on me. To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here. We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been...
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions.
Are you seeing?
No. Otherwise...
Hey! So, is this the place you you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there...
Is that... Are you... Greater...
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're... of the same nature? Why?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I... going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time, and the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom...
Come to think of it... Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired wasn't its son.
The feeling is...
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for I had to protect. The disaster occurred together with the pain started to torment my mind. Had I not repelled the
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't. It came from the world is constant. If we allow...
So...
At that time, I knew I could, which is why I...
It's truly...
Though it was so...
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru. But... And then, from the very beginning, my...
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced...
Yes. Even if I died, and so... all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no.
Irminsul has all... Removing me from Irminsul me, but...
People love you so much, and how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Boer.
But this...
No need to feel so sad, Boer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer, let the world complete. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams. I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Irminsul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Huh? That sound.
I've been waiting.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into. This is the only thing of interest I found among. Don't worry. I'm here to negotiate with you.
Negotiate with me?
I left even the god of...
You mean...
An astute... Even the same individual will have different cognitions. A long time observation is the first step of any experiment. So I saved segments of all. That's all there is to...
It's an insult life inherent.
Indeed. It's...
Since you were in the academia, why would...
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any It was my experiment.
The academia... You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment. For example, Lesser Lord Kusan...
Didn't you say you were here to...
After all...
You're a hypocrite. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the...
Awaken. Do you think that's
The heavenly principles of will the destruction... Do you dare?
Gamble? House, I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the god of wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then.
This foreign gnosis will only lead to... But this elect now, as the one who initiated this cascade of...
Price? Interesting. What price?
How about a race...
So segments are... Yes. Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see?
Like you said, it being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a... Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. But what I'd like to know is, how can you...
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time. Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
People exchanging knowledge with the god of wisdom is the stuff of legends. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Together! Okay. Wake her up. Are you awake? Kale says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us. Come on, Truck.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Well, now that I've recovered...
And Paimon bets...
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted... Oh, ahem. As heroes of...
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really Oh.
Anyway,
before...
Tainari!
Ah,
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well.
But from the looks of it,
It's fine. The Elazar pay.
it seems once...
Yes, but the Withering is one example.
By the way... Huh?
He visited one
Then you probably...
celebration.
Huh?
Hmm.
Come to think of it, you and Kale are both...
Kale has taken over. You see,
Huh?
well,
Huh?
yes, he's Lesser Lord. When they learned that, as a result,
That sounds really...
there is nothing we. But that's another.
Ah! Right!
You've recovered.
Yay!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our...
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Milu!
Traveler, Paimon.
We got your letter, so here we are!
You're
They're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost every because Paimon thinks—
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine, but in—
Ooh, good idea.
there's always a lot going on at the—
Yeah. And that's what— Traveler and Paimon, could you help if for some reason they didn't receive the letters? Then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Yeah, we can also check out how—
As for Sai, I'm not too— As for Junior—
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Welcome to the Academia.
The daylight hours really drag on.